Greetings to all. I am Casimir Bundrick, proud principal of West Mecklenburg High School. Please stand with me as we receive the West Mecklenburg High School graduating class of 2022. Gentlemen, please remove your hats as we recognize the national anthem. You may be seated. Deandra.
Do you want to take turns reading? So I read first, then you read in Spanish? Yeah. Okay. I can't. You ready? Yes. Do I go now? Good evening. I am DeAndrea Taylor, one of West Mecklenburg's high school top 10 seniors. Welcome all of you to the 71st commencement ceremony. We want to acknowledge our parents and families. We are all so ecstatic to share our achievements with you. We thank you for believing in us, and most of all, for being here today. We also appreciate the efforts of our school facility and staff who have encouraged us and cheered us on so that we could earn the right to be here today. A special thank you to each and every one of you.
Buenas noches. Soy Maritza Guzmán Soto, una de las 10 mejores estudiantes del último año de West Mecklenburg High School. Bienvenidos a todos ustedes a la 71 ceremonia de graduación. Queremos reconocer a nuestros padres y familias. Todos estamos muy emocionados de compartir nuestros logros con ustedes y les agradecemos por creer en nosotros y sobre todo por estar aquí hoy. También apreciamos los esfuerzos de la facultad y el personal de nuestra escuela que nos ha alentado y animado para que podamos ganarnos el derecho de estar aquí hoy. Un agradecimiento especial a cada uno de ustedes. Nos gustaría reconocer a nuestros distinguidos invitados al escenario que nos ayudaron a lograr el éxito que celebramos hoy. Por favor, pónganse de pie mientras llamamos sus nombres.
Now, we would like to recognize our distinguished stage guests who helped us achieve the success we celebrate today. Please stand as we call your names. Hugh Hattabo, Interim Superintendent. Dr. Condra Ratley, Chief of Equity and School Performance. Brian Schultz, Chief Operations Officer. Elise Dashu, School Board Chair. Dr. Thelma Byers-Bailey, School Board Co-Chair. Erin Joplin, Northwest Learning Community Superintendent.
And from our school, Casimir Bundrick, Principal. Bridget Brown, Assistant Principal. Anissa Johnson Anthony, Assistant Principal. Lawrence Peoples, Assistant Principal.
Thank you.
The salutatorian of the class of 2022 is Brianna Myers. Brianna finished with a stellar 4.32 GPA. Throughout her time at West Mecklenburg High School, Brianna was a part of our soccer team, trio, CIS, Road to Higher, and Carolina Youth Coalition programs. In the fall, she will be attending ECU with the Access Scholars Program, where she was awarded a scholarship for her academic success. In the future, she plans to go to medical school and become an OBGYN. Brianna would like to thank her father, whose long talks about life, encouragement, and unending support have resonated with her in ways that she may not even realize. Her mother, who stays on her about school no matter the grade, and whose expectations allowed her to set high standards and reminded her that good enough is not enough. Brianna would also like to thank her friends for fostering a group that feels more like family. She could not imagine finishing these 4 years with anyone else. Her teachers for being patient with her and supporting her throughout her high school career. Finally, Brianna would like to thank Ms. McKenzie and Mr. Bibbs with the CIS program for always supporting her, being there when she needed them most. The valedictorian of the class of 2022 is Brenda Bustamante. Brenda finished with a tremendous 4.37 GPA. Throughout her time at West Mecklenburg High School, Brenda participated in several scholastic endeavors such as Novant Health Bridges to Healthcare internship. This year, she was inducted to the National Technical Honor Society and was awarded several scholarships. In the fall, Brenda will be attending Queen's University with a presidential scholarship, which covers her full tuition for all 4 years. Please join me in celebrating Brenda.
Good evening, families, teachers, and friends and peers. I am Brenda Bustamante, and I am honored to be standing here as West Mecklenburg's valedictorian. First, I want to thank all the faculty and staff members who have supported us during our time at West Mech. I would also like to thank all the parents and family members who continuously pushed us and helped us navigate obstacles throughout this journey. Most importantly, I want to congratulate my fellow students. In these 4 years, we have grown more than we have realized. As our senior year comes to a close, I find myself contrasting the difference between who I was as a freshman and who I became as a senior. When we first walked through those doors 4 years ago, we had no idea what to expect, and we were overwhelmed by the new environment. We spent that first year learning to navigate high school, exploring new interests, and looking forward to what the next 3 years will entail. Our sophomore year was interrupted by a global pandemic, and we spent our junior year adapting to virtual learning. While the start of our senior year was a little hectic as we acclimated to in-person learning, I consider us incredibly lucky to refer to this past year as a normal one. While our individual experiences at West Meck may have looked different, what matters is this moment here right now. We made it. Regardless of your plans after high school, I wish you the best of luck in all your future endeavors. The lesson we learned in the last 4 years of high school will stay with us. And because of this, I know that we will be prepared to be successful in anything we're set out to accomplish. Everything can be taken from you, everything except knowledge. That is the beauty of education. It shapes who you are, what you do, and it will stay for you forever. Before I close, I want to recognize the specific individuals who have played a role in me being here in this stage today. I want to give a special shout out to Maria Flores and Axa Berguis for being such incredible friends. I'd like to thank Alison Cifontes, who I have known since middle school when both of us first got to this country. We struggled together, but have grown closer ever since. Thank you, Mr. Daniels. I am glad I took to heart that 3-word phrase that you repeated on the announcements almost every day. Check your emails. Those emails allowed us to pursue a multitude of opportunities that set many of us for success after we leave here. Thank you to Mr. Samek, my AP Calculus teacher. Your words of encouragement and belief in us will stay with me. You made sure we knew we were capable no matter what. Finally, I send a massive thank you to my parents, who unfortunately can't be here today, but they're my motivators and my biggest supporters. I want to close out with a quote from Road to Higher teacher, Coach Speedy. He said, "The difference between a hawk and a sparrow is that sparrows are followers. No one pays attention unless they're in a flock. But hawks fly alone, and they fly high." While none of us made it here entirely alone, as we enter adulthood, it falls on us to be the best individuals we can be. I hope all of you choose to be leaders instead of followers, and always aim to fly high. Thank you. Go Hawks.
Good afternoon, family, friends, guests, in the class of 2022. Now, I must say, this is a bitter but sweet moment because this is the moment we've all been waiting for since we were freshmen. Many of us still remember that feeling from when we first walked through those doors. And now look at us saying our goodbyes. One of the things that I say is great about our class is how much we have grown as individuals, but also as a whole. No matter where we are or what we do, we will always strive for excellence. For the past 4 years, we have always been in between. The reality is we only have had 2.5 years of high school experience, but we didn't let that stop us. All the fun 9th grade events, meeting new friends, and even trying new things, our lives were fully ahead of us. Then sophomore year came upon us, and our time got cut short. But we loved it at the moment, but didn't know what was coming. We learned at the beginning of our junior year that it'll be the most difficult year. I can truly say no truer words were spoken. This was an eye-opening experience. Being at home allowed us to take time to learn more about ourselves. Some of us may have discovered new hobbies, learned new things, and for some of us, we lost friends in between. But as we know, things come and go. Although our school years were rudely interrupted, each and every one of us found a way to continue our journey. Now, with our junior year behind us, we seniors came back ready to pick up where we left off. This year became the most important part because we needed to focus on our future. With the help of our teachers, we found many advantages to get us through, so we put in the work. However, we got through it. We did what was needed to finish off our last year stronger than ever. Class of 2022, high school has been a roller coaster, but throughout the experience, we all grown into intelligent young adults. These past 4 years have definitely took us all by surprise with events we could have never imagined. Each and every graduate in this room has their lives ahead of them, whether that's going off to college, joining the military, attending trade school, taking a gap year to focus on your future, or maybe that you're still trying to figure out what you're doing next, and that's okay. There is no one-way path to doing life. In the end, as we move on to the next chapter of our lives, with all the things we've learned, we understand that life has many changes, and we have to move forward. Now we have all our family and friends supporting our biggest accomplishment. This is our year, and as we sign off, we will never forget what the West Meck family has taught us. There are no goals that we can't accomplish. Hawks, we did it. Congratulations and farewell, class of 2022. Thank you.
So welcome, graduates of the class of 2022, faculty, staff, and friends. Thank you so much for being here with us today. I want to take a minute to breathe in this experience for all the students, staff, and community that are here. Graduation is a time when we recognize our seniors for their accomplishments. It's also a time where we have in the building many of the people that have helped our scholars achieve that goal. To the parents, families, staff, community members, and other honored guests, I say thank you and congratulations. This is your moment as well. To our seniors, on the doorstep of the next phase of life, look fondly at your time here at West Mecklenburg High School. It's a special place and one that we are forever proud to be a part of. Look fondly, but don't get caught staring. Hall of Fame coach Phil Jackson said that we are only successful at the moment we complete a successful act. Graduation is but the first of many important steps that you will take in the story of your life. It is important that you do not forget where you came from, but equally important that you're focused on the road ahead. It is with that respect that I give you but a few parting thoughts as you continue down this path that you've started. First, this path you are on is not a straight line. At times you'll be on track, off track, take a few wrong turns, deal with disappointments, and hopefully many successes. If our time at West has taught you nothing else, you must persevere through challenges. While the path may wander, your focus, effort, and determination to make something of yourself should not. Always remember that you are running your own race. While competition along your journey is likely, it is important not to compare yourself, your path, your goals, and your measures of success to anyone else. You need only work hard, stay true to your path, keep your goals in mind, and be yourself. The rest will take care of itself. Second, respect. Over the years, I've heard many, myself included, speak about respect. The need to have it, get it, and give it to who deserves it. Remember that respect is harder to earn than it is to lose. The average person will meet about 100,000 people over the course of their lifetime. We will have no way of knowing what our impact will be on those we meet or theirs on us. The best way to build respect with others is to treat everyone you meet with an understanding that they can learn from you and you can learn from them. Understanding and appreciating the differences between us are what make learning from other people possible. Do not miss an opportunity to enhance and enrich your own life through the experiences of others. Third, remember the lessons from your most trusted people. For me, my father was one of the most important influences on my current state. I clearly remember the lessons about making sure I keep doors and windows closed because we weren't heating the neighborhood, or to pick up after myself because if you don't appreciate your things, someone else will. Side note, he sold my bike when I left it out in the yard. Or the importance of feedback. I don't care that you got a 90 in the class. The teacher said your conduct needs improvement. Work on that. What I learned most, however, can only be learned over time and through reflection. The most important thing I learned from my dad is to listen to people. Listen to what they're saying, but also for what they mean. If someone asks, "How's your day going?" answer them, but also listen to their response. Someone asks, "Can you help me with this?" Have enough time, although you may be busy, to say yes. If someone doesn't understand, do your best to help them work through it. This time living through this pandemic has shown us many things, none more important than the power of people. Society's success succeeds when those involved coexist. Listen, act, and support those around you. Seniors of West Mecklenburg High School, we're back at the doorstep, looking to the future and courageously leaving this chapter behind. Have pride in yourselves to be something positive and impactful to the world you are in. Have the respect for yourself and others to learn and teach. Have the integrity to ensure that your word and actions match and build character. Have the discipline to push forward and run your own race, regardless of turns and roadblocks. And engage in the people and places you are in to ensure that everyone gets your best, and you will get theirs. In other words, although you may be leaving the Hawk's nest, you should always conduct yourselves with Hawk pride. Congratulations, class of 2022. As we prepare to present diplomas, will all West Mecklenburg essential staff take their places? At this time, we will begin the presentation of diplomas. We ask that you refrain from loud cheering so that everyone will be able to hear the name of their graduate being called.
Jazara Samira Aiken. Aite Octavio Joshua Ajavan Bouchouet. Miracle Dejane Akbar. Brianna Reed Alexander. Prospera Karantuma Asante. Catherine Verali Avilas Machado. Fatima Seguidi Bakayoko. Taurus Donche Barrett Jr. Jorge Luis Barriga. Nikayla Simone Belt. Arian Nashay Bentley. Natari Tyrell Billings. Alec Bowser. Zaya Lachey Briscoe. Jordan Ayana Brown. Terrence Gerard Brown. Y. Levi Bujang. Hector Kenyel Burgos Caris. Ty Malik Burston. Janesha Kiana Bird. Jucali Thanavi Cavaños Hernandez. Shane Lamonte Caldwell. Jaden Darrell Cannon. Sandy Juliet Caraballo. Diana Ruby Becerra Carranza. Tommy Carter. Carolina Castro. Gustavo Castro. Yair Osmaro Castro Morillo. Jakai Amir Clark. Stacy Baptiste Clifton. Nazir Omari Coleman. Isaiah Lewis Cook. Kanaya Patrice Cordero. Daisy Sarari Coria. Jessica Yamalet Coria Del Cid. Maurice Antonio Cotton. Carolina Sequa Coyote. Sanaya Ashay Cunningham. Penn Du. Samaria Monet Dooley. Destiny Tashana Dubose. Dominic James Durden. Deasia Shania Durer. Nazir Jamil Edwards. Anthony Wilfredo Echeverria. Christian Malik Irwin. Maria Fernanda Escutia Gutierrez. Jorge Esqueda Rubalcaba. Saul Estrada Perez. Lamania Lorraine Fagan. Victor Ferreira. Destiny Aaliyah Jumaya Fuel. Maria Guadalupe Flores Malagon. Anna Karen Lizeth Flores Torres. Alejandro Franco. Kadeem Gary. Xavier Alexander Lelio Gamori Valsin. Kamora Kimberly Gibson. Shantasia Danielle Glenn. Jaden Enrique Gomez. Cayenne Mateus Grice. Alacy Nevaeh Griffin. Leah Simone Hayes. Khalil Omari Hayes. Jessica Hernandez. Sonia Maria Hernandez Salvador. Damari Keyshawn Hill. Gabrielle Marie Hodges. Adrian Mary Louise Howard. Amir Rasheem Shaquez Hubbard. Samaria Kalisha Hubbard. Dejan Kyrie Hubert. Jared Jackson. Diana Alejandrina Jaime. Sanu Jallo. Sanaya Lynette Jennings. Gonzalo Jimenez Perez. Jose Leonardo Jimenez Perez. Ahmad Najid Eben Johnson. Antonio Terrell Johnson. Misha Gabrielle Johnson. Atara Amana Johnson Ruff. Tashawn Judine. Josiah Lennis Lacan. Jocelyn Yahada Landeros Guillen. Treasure Jashay Lanier. Justin Colin Lee. Lydia Nicole Leva Prado. Kendall Elise Levi. Robert Edwin Liscombe IV.
Jamel Locke. Samara Nichelle Lockhart. Emily Samantha Lopez Bosa. Angel Eduardo Lopez Castillo. Daniel Lopez Hernandez. Carlos Daniel Lopez Perez. Kakululu Voldy Luisa. Paradise Veranda Martin. Amari Ariana Massey. Jaheim Kenyatta McBrayer. Kaheem Kenyatta McBrayer. Jaden McLeod. Quantarius Rashid McCoy. Jaquez Najee McElwain. Raymond Mario Medrano. Diane Arlene Mendez. Janet Mendoza Hernandez. Amari Mew. Jason Reyes. Jasheen Mincy. Yair Moncada Artiega. Luis Fernando Morales. Brittany Elaine Morris. Deshaun Anthony Moss. Quadir Z. Moss. Sadia Abini Muhammad Buhaud. Shaquela Kamala Nash. DeAndre Alfonso Nathan. Christian Anderson Nettles. Kenny Sue Nee. Jenny Elizabeth Norman. Fernanda Ortiz. Alejandra Tatiana Palacios. Cameron LeBron Parker. Anaja Shakina Partlow. Almani Nashay Patterson. Esmerlyn Emmanuel Perez Frias. Adrian Perry. Michelle Christina Poling Morrow. Jelani Marie Palomales. Manuel Reyes. Talik Jaquel Richardson. Preston Lynn Ricard. Rachel Gillespie Rivera Espinoza. Michael Willis Isaiah Robinson. Savannah Joy Rogers. Yasmin Alexandra Romero Castro. Jennifer Rosales Ramos. Azaria Frederica Rose. Janaya Simone Roseborough. Amaja Denise Roseborough. Frida Sophia Ruiz Cardenas. Kane Kamor Sanders. Michelle Santiago Perez. Jonathan Santos Garcia. Jacqueline Santos Moran. Brian Daniel Snipes. Mikhail Deshaun Sharpshire. Allison Amaryllis Cifuentes Rodriguez. Devontae Jaquan Sinclair. Antonia Janae Smith. Emily Virginia Soon. Dory Sufanthafong. Trajan Malachi Steels. Xavier Isaiah Stimson. Jaden Stokes. Tierra Stokes. Dwayne Lamont Stroud. Carlos Suarez Lopez. James Taboda. Aratai Faith Tefferson. Daniela Lisette Torres. Kayla Jamarla Townsend. Malachi Zaire Tyson. Aksa Marin Varghese. Aritzel Vasquez Castro. Jaslyn Virgil Vasquez. Ajada Nicole Khalees Walker. Holiday Olise Washington. Anthony Thomas Williams. Takori Janae Williams. Jordan Douglas Wright. Tania Nichelle Young. Tiana Nichelle Young. Blanca Elizabeth Zamorano Alamia. Jesus Zapatero. Jose Juan Zapatero. Dania Elsa James. Lakivia Shamara Seegers. Maritza Guzman Soto. DeAndrea Taylor. Brenda Bustamante Rosa. Brianna Danielle Myers.
Will the graduated please stand? By the authority vested in me as principal of West Mecklenburg High School and by the state of North Carolina Department of Public Instruction and the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Board of Education, I pronounce you graduates of West Mecklenburg High School. Class of 2022, you may move your tassel from right to left.